Welcome back to AM Northwest. From overwintering tips to pruning raspberry canes, here to share what to do in your garden right now, we welcome back Executive Director of Growing Gardens, Jason Skipton. Great to see you again.
See you too.
There is a lot to do right now, right?
Lots happening. Guess what? Spring equinox, Friday.
Okay.
Friday.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be maybe 66 today.
I love it.
Right? Like,
yeah.
It's starting to pop right now.
Right.
The cherry blossoms are out right now.
Yes.
I was just coming through downtown.
Uh-huh.
Like the Cherry Blossom Festival is going to happen probably this weekend.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So keep a lookout for that.
Okay.
Also, plums are in bloom. Magnolia, right outside the studio.
Yeah.
The magnolias are beautiful.
Yeah.
Lots happening.
Lots happening.
Springtime.
Yeah, I love springtime. Okay, so you have some ideas on what we should do when it comes to our garden.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about what happened last year.
Okay.
Right? We did winter, we had some fall, maybe we did some fall planting. Over here, if you look, I did some beets last fall.
Okay.
These have now overwintered throughout the entirety of the winter, and now they're able to be harvested.
Oh, really?
Now is the time to start taking those out of the ground, right? So you put them in the ground last fall, maybe even early winter.
Right.
And now is the time to start bringing them out.
Oh,
Another
wow.
thing that spring really gives us is something called a rob, right? So these are collared robs, these are kale robs, anything in the brassica family
Okay.
will put out this growth, which looks a lot like broccoli.
It does. It really
It's
does,
not.
Jason, look like broccoli.
It's a plant. This is the cycle of the plant. This is year 2 of the plant.
Okay.
So it's starting to put out a seed pod. So before that, it'll then put out flowers. So it's trying to set seed.
Okay.
Right? So a lot of plants will do that. Cilantro will do that. Here's cilantro right here. This was actually planted last fall.
Oh.
Coriander, the seed,
Yeah.
comes from this plant as well.
Oh.
So it will start to then set seeds
Yeah.
year 2. Same thing with carrots. Same thing with beets. Same thing with Swiss chard. But what we're doing right now is we're utilizing this time of early spring, like the temperatures are just starting to warm up. The plants are saying, oh, I need to set seeds. But this is such a delicacy. Don't miss robs right now. These, for me, is one of the best things to eat year round.
Really?
Yeah, the entirety of the year right now, and it's a very short window.
Yeah.
So find these at farmers markets, grocery stores, buy some robs, saute them real quickly, put them in the oven a little bit. They're beautiful.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
miss them.
Okay. I will try that. I've never tried that. Okay. And
Also,
then, yes,
raspberries.
Raspberries.
So, which hopefully we've talked about before. You haven't gone and pruned out your entire raspberries last fall.
Right.
Right. You wanted to leave them to let set because you don't know which canes are alive and dead. If you went
how
back
can you
and
tell?
actually pruned all of them out, you could then reduce your harvest significantly if you
Okay.
pruned them last fall. So I'm a big advocate. Prune when you know what's alive and dead.
Okay.
Here's a cane just starting to grow, and you'll see these little tiny shoots.
Yeah.
Right? This is an indication that this is a live cane.
Okay,
This
good.
will then producing fruit this spring and early summer.
Wow, okay.
If you don't know, maybe there's some tricky ones in here. You're like, well, I'm not quite sure about this
Yeah.
one. This has no green growth on it.
Oh.
Right?
Look
But
at
there's
that.
some maybe some little buds here. So what you can do is just with your thumb is just start to scratch away
Sure.
at the little
and it's
bit
a
of,
little green.
of the cane here,
Yeah.
and it's green.
Yeah.
That means it's alive.
Okay, so
this
we're
will
good
then
with
continue
that.
to grow.
Okay.
Dead ones are pretty easy to tell. You can look at them. There's not a lot of growth. They're actually pretty woody.
Yeah.
And they snap.
well, there you go.
Right. So you
Yeah.
see here, this one's not coming back.
No.
So this is when you're going to go all the way to the ground and you're going to prune this out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. So you're going to take this out. You're going to leave these for growth.
Okay.
Big thing
Gotcha.
to do right now before they put on so much leaf matter that you actually can't tell which one's dead
they're
and which one's
alive.
alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
Could drastically reduce your harvest or increase your harvest. You want to take all of these dead canes out
Yeah.
to maximize your potential for the full harvest of raspberries.
Okay. Good point. Okay.
Next thing that's
Yes.
happening right now is mason bees.
Oh.
Mason bees are the pollinators. They might be called orchard bees as well. This is a pear branch. I just harvested it today. You'll see that these buds are just getting ready to open.
Yeah.
Right? So that means this is a food source for mason bees.
Oh, okay.
Mason bees have a very short window. They're about 6 weeks.
Wow.
Right? And so
okay.
they're one of the first pollinators to come out
Yeah.
to then pollinate all of our fruit trees.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
So
okay.
that's a big food source for them. So I wanted to show, here's a house for mason bees. What you can do is you can buy these at garden stores. They're these little tiny tubes. And there are these tubes, and this is an insert here. The mason bees will basically go into here. They're singular. They don't live in hives.
Oh,
They're
interesting.
singular
okay.
bees. They also do not sting. They don't have a
okay.
stinger, right? So you don't
Okay.
need to be worried about these
Right.
bees. They will actually go in here and then put all of their cocoons in here throughout the season. Again, short season, 6 weeks, 8 weeks at most. What we have here are the cocoons. Just actually was working on a workshop this weekend of looking at the different cocoon sizes, male versus female.
How can you tell? So
they're different sizes. See the difference between this and
there's
this?
a small one and a big one.
This is female, this is male.
Okay.
The males are smaller. The females in this bee species does all of the work.
Of course.
Like every other thing that happens, right?
Species.
We could talk a lot about this and what happens.
That's right.
Right, so what you want to do now is you want to look at, are these in bloom? There's a connection here.
Yeah.
You don't want to put these out too early, because if you put them out too early and you get an atmospheric river, these guys aren't going to live.
Right.
Right, they're going to be really wet.
Okay.
So when are these in bloom is when
That's
you
when
want
you
to want to release
and
these.
do you put the house, the bee house, directly in? With
Yeah, great question. So I
okay.
brought this out here. So I have a little envelope. These stay in the refrigerator right now until they're ready to come out. So what we've gone through here is at the end of winter, you harvest these out, you put them in here. These then get folded up. Let's assume that the cocoons are in here. You would then set these on top of here. So when they emerge from this, packet, they then know that this is their home.
Wow.
And I'll probably do this in the next 5 to 7 days, depending on, I'm going to be watching this bloom.
Right.
When these start to open up, then I'm going to take out my mason bees from the refrigerator and put them next to the house.
Okay, so you take these cocoons that are in here now and put them in this.
Yep.
Okay.
So you harvest them. So what you would do, let's say just a couple of months ago, in winter-ish, late fall, early winter, you would then take out these inserts.
Yeah.
And then you would unfurl this, and when you look in here, you would then see these cocoons placed in here.
Wow. Okay.
You then take these out and then store them in the refrigerator in a container, right? You want to be really mindful about not drying them out. So I do a little container with a wet paper towel, and I leave them in here with a lid that has a little hole in it.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to disturb these too much. And if they get too warm, like let's say a couple of weeks we had something in the 60s, these guys will start to come out of hibernation.
Okay.
But it's too early.
It's too early.
Right? So
Okay.
we're helping them manage this species of when to then come out.
That's
And again, it's in unison
Right.
with the blooms.
Wow.
Particular
Incredible.
fruit tree blooms.
Incredible. I know that we have audience members who probably have questions they want to ask Jason. So all you have to do is send us your questions. All you have to do then is just email us your gardening questions. Send it to us, and we'll answer it in an upcoming segment. Email your questions to amnw@ksu.com, and make sure to put question for Jason in the line there. Thank
Happy
you
spring.
so much.
Great to
Happy
see you.
spring. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.